Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my election night coverage 2020. Since we last talked, it's now a little bit past 9 p.m. and we've just had a whole batch of new states close, which among them include Texas, the rest of Texas, the western parts, the two Dakotas, Wyoming, uh, New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona, the rest of Kansas, Wisconsin, Minnesota, New York, and the rest of Michigan have just now closed their polls. So, where do we stand? Well, last time we spoke, Donald Trump was Donald Trump was slightly ahead in electoral college count, but no major states have been called yet. In the Senate, only one major Senate race was called, and that was for Republicans, and that was a hold by Republicans in Kentucky with Mitch McConnell's seat. In the House, it was very, very early, and Democrats were slightly behind Republicans, but increasing. So where we stand now? Sorry. So where we stand now? Well, currently, Biden has 80 projected electoral votes, while Trump has 51. So right now, Trump has gained South Dakota right now, and Biden has gained the state of New York since we last spoke, according to NBC News. Now, New York Times are a little bit more liberal with the way they project, so they also add that Wyoming and Nebraska have gone for Trump, as well as Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana and South Carolina. But those states are still very early, so I'm just going to stay with NBC News if I can, because they are only projecting with states where votes have been counted. So right now we go here. States mostly have changed in terms of call. Mostly have not changed states called. I look at the national popular vote right now. About 20% of the national votes in. Trump's leading with about half. Biden's down with is in close second with about 48.3, and others have about a little over 1%. So let's start with a very, very key important state of Florida. Florida, with 93% in, just a little over 2 hours after they closed, 93% in, Trump is leading 51 to 48% by about almost 300,000 votes. And Joe Jorgensen, the Libertarian candidate, is down. She's dropped to about 0.6% last time we spoke. This is where we stand right now. Trump is in the lead in Florida. All counties are reporting now, and most of the counties East Coast are getting towards 90 to 100% reporting, and states on the western coast are starting to get there as well. We are getting very, very close to knowing who's going to win in Florida. I believe it has predicted the winner in every presidential election race, I believe, since 1928, I believe, except for 1992 when it voted for George H.W. Bush over Bill Clinton, who won the election that year. So right now, 93% in. This is very, very projected. Who's going to win? There's a good chance that if Trump wins this, he gets significant balance in the chances of him winning. But right now, Trump's leading 51, 48% in Florida. Turning now, Georgia. Georgia was very close last time, but Trump has sizable lead. Where we stand now? In Georgia, state that hasn't gone Democrat in more than 20 years, is right now currently. Still, Trump has a pretty big lead there. A little bit slow account, about a little bit more than a third way through. Trump's about ahead by about 57 to 41%. And right now, third parties hover around 1%. But Joe Biden and Donald Trump are getting closer and closer. Trump leading by about 300,000 votes. The state of Georgia right now. Most of the Atlanta suburbs have begun to report, but not all the way in yet. They're not even close to being done. So that'll be very interesting to watch. And same thing with rural counties. They're not all the way in yet. Some of these counties aren't all the way in yet with their votes. So very important key to watch. 16 electoral votes at stake here in the state of Georgia. And Georgia will be very, very close to watch, and both very important for both candidates. Heading now to one of those newer states just closed, Wisconsin. Let's see, do we have any votes in Wisconsin? We do. Very, very, very early, not even that percent in yet. Biden's ahead by about 72%, is ahead 72.5. That's mainly in the lower part of Mass and which is one of the largest cities in Wisconsin, and more Democrat. And Trump's about it's very very early. Not too much looking into this. Very early, just closed, but still interesting to watch. In terms of Michigan, Michigan has reported some more votes since we last talked. Let's see. Oops, I went too far. So since we last talked, Michigan has reported some more votes in, and let's see what the total is now. So right now in Michigan, about 17% in, and Donald Trump is leading about 59% to the high 30s for Joe Biden right now. And if we can go into Michigan, right now mainly it's the actually Trump's don't read into even this, but actually Trump's leading in Wayne County, which is Detroit region, but that's mainly probably just a precinct of the western, kind of the western edge where it gets a little more rural, probably. But that's definitely gonna go by. I think once the reporting goes up in there. Right now, mainly the most rural counties up here in the peninsula a little bit down here. And these are mainly Republican counties, very, very early, not a lot of vote in. Mainly it's just, this is Michigan's a little different. They're reporting their election day stuff first, then they're going to report their early vote as opposed to North Carolina's doing the opposite. It's going to be a very, very long night and maybe even days in Michigan, so we keep watching that. In Ohio, let's go to Ohio now. 18 electoral votes. That's a very, very good predictor of who wins election if you win Ohio. No Republican has ever won the presidency without winning Ohio. Right now, it's gone extremely. Look at this, extremely closer. About 40%, about 20% more has come in since we last looked at, and now it's very, very close. Trump has 47.4%. Biden's just over 51%. Very, very close. Now, look at this margin, a little over 100,000 votes or so. He won by 10 points. Sorry, not 10 points. He won by 8 points in 2016. It was a very, very big win for him. But now Biden looks like he reversed it, sort of, and he's getting more votes, especially Cleveland area up here. He's getting more votes than down here Columbus and the Cincinnati area. Doing very, very good job there. So we'll keep looking at this, but Biden's lean, but Martin's getting closer in Ohio. Very close rates. And while we're looking nationally, let's take a look at some bellwether counties. Now, bellwether states, as you might know, are states that usually vote for the winner of the election. So the winning candidate usually wins the election, like, for example, Ohio and Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, and Florida. If you usually use those, if you win those states, usually win the presidency. But there are even some people like to follow bellwether counties, which are counties that have voted for the winning candidate, not statewide, but nationally. And one of the very interesting ones is in Indiana. Indiana, that's voted with the vote of the election winner for the past over 60 years. Right here, it's called Vigo County. Right here, we've got no votes in yet. Wow, that's surprising. Trump's won. Obviously, he's won Indiana by big margins. But look at this. No voting for Vigo, and Vigo's voted for. So whoever wins a county, usually, since going back to all the way back to 1952, has won the election if you win this county historically. No votes in yet. Another one is right here in North Carolina, which is Buncombe County, which is where Asheville is. That one has voted the winner of the election in every election since the 68, except for, 2000 and 2016. Let's see where it's at now. So right now, Biden is ahead. North Carolina is in Buncombe County, right there by a significant portion. He's 91% in. Okay, he's probably going to win this county. I would say most likely. Let's actually we're in North Carolina. Let's look at Torrey Call. Oh, very, very close now. 2 points now. Biden's going to lean by. Let's look at our county, New Hanover County, 82% in. Biden's winning it by about 5,000 votes. That's pretty close. Joe Jorgensen's not doing so good here, a little less 1%, but that can matter. It gets really, really close. It's getting very close now. I'll expect that this one's going to be maybe one's going to be a long night for here. Colorado, has just been projected for Joe Biden. This is a big win for him. This is usually historically has been a battleground state, but has drifted more towards the left now, or due to the growth of Denver and Boulder, Colorado regions, has gone more to the left and it's getting starting to get out of that battleground column. But Trump was, I don't think he campaigned really seriously there, but still was very competitive usually historically. But now Biden has won that, and Trump has also won the state of North Dakota. That's been projected for him. 3 electoral votes up there, nine for Joe Biden down there, and right now we stand 89 for Biden and 54 for Trump. And where we're at, let's look at one more state, two more states. Sorry, the important state of Virginia. Look at this, 40% in. Trump's lean by, don't take anything into this, but he's leading by 18 points. 18 points. But there's about 3 million remaining in the very, very Democratic counties up here in Loudoun County, in Fairfax and Loudoun counties up here, near the DC region, are only 20% in. These are the counties that have been growing most in the state and have been traditionally going very, very much towards Democrats' direction and swinging Virginia almost out of the battleground picture entirely. It's been going more for the past 20 years. It's been going more and more towards the left, towards more Democratic. So even though Trump's leaning here, he was leaned by maybe a little less margin than this, but he was leaned by that pretty much the same margin. And but in 2016, and he still lost state by about 4 points. So I think this is 13 electoral votes. He's not favored to win it, but you never know though with these states. But these Democratic counties up here haven't reported that much yet. And Richmond is let's see where Richmond's about no, be quiet. I'm filming. I got about there's about Richmond's about 10% in, so we're going to be very, very close as we head into that. So same thing down here, the more Democratic near Norfolk, some Democratic DNA down there. Jo Jorgensen, Libertarian candidate, she's actually get 2% here. This is one of her better state looks like tonight. So she's actually doing very, very well considering she's a third-party candidate and Virginia getting 2%. Better than she's been doing. I haven't seen that yet. But let's look now at one more Texas. So Texas, as you last saw, it was trending towards Biden because Dallas and Houston, the main Democratic strongholds, were reporting. Let's see where it's at now. Wow, look at this. 70% in. Look at this. 7,000 votes separate them in Texas, the state of Texas. Look at this. Oh, they just changed. Oh, Biden just increases the lead. Look at that. It was 7,000. Now it's about 25,000. But look at that, though. Dallas is reporting much of Dallas reporting about. Houston is down here too. Austin's starting to trend more Democratic. San Antonio too. But look at that. 70% in. Look at that. We're back to here. Look at that. We're back to this. 7,000 votes. Look at this. That's all it separates them. 7,000 votes in the second largest state of population in our union. If this was, I would be surprised if Biden wins this. I gotta say this right now, it's pretty much over for Donald Trump if he wins this, because even if he wins Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, holds everything else, Florida, Ohio, which he's down in, North Carolina, which he's down in, and Florida, which he's a little up in, he would still lose the election. Just barely, though. So it would be very, very close to see what happens there. We just had another projection, I think. Another projection in the state of, I think it was Alabama I just saw. Yep, Alabama has gone Donald Trump. It's 9 electoral votes. Go Donald Trump this time. Has gone Republican in every election since 1980. Is that, wait. Yeah, sorry. It's gone Republican in every election since 1980. Let's see. Yep. Still Biden, Trump still leading the national popular vote. Let's see about Senate. The Senate right now. The Senate right now is closely divided. Let's see what's going on in the Senate right now. Okay, we're still at where we were last time. No major projections besides Kentucky have been called. Let's see, in North Carolina, Tillis is getting up there a little bit close. Let's see what's going on in North Carolina. Tillis is getting a little bit closer. 79% in, a little closer. Pretty much almost mirrors what's going on nationally not statewide with the presidential race. But Tillis actually looks like Cunningham's actually underperforming Biden. Looks like it here right now. Wow, look at this Libertarian Shannon Bray. He's getting 3% of the vote. That's 140,000 votes. That's pretty big. I think, yeah, 3%. Yeah. So I could do something because right now she's dragging both of them under 50% right now. So we'll have to see. This is getting very, very close. Let's look at governor North Carolina right now. Governor's race here. Let's see, governor's race. Roy Cooper versus Lieutenant Governor Dan Forest. Getting a little bit closer now, about 80% in, about 1.2 million left. Cooper's got about 8-point lead right now. It's getting closer, but yeah, about 400,000 votes is leading by. Getting quite close, but I don't expect Dan Forest to win because he's been a little lagging the polls a bit, and plus he's been underperforming, especially up here in the north, especially these Democratic ones up here. He's Northampton, Wade County, especially the Triad region. He's been severely underperforming what our former governor Pat McCrory was doing back in 2016 when he lost by a barely amount. He's underperforming McCrory in this area right here. So if he keeps doing that all night, I don't see a path for Dan Forest win for governor. That's what it is right now. And let's look at some local races, shall we? So let's look at our state senate races right now. So our state senate race here, there's a few of them in this area. I'll go through, I think there's 3 of them, I believe. The first one that we're going to look at, is I think, yeah, here he goes. For mostly, this encompasses mainly Brunswick County, I think maybe a little bit of Robinson, I think, Columbus, I think too. For Bill Rabin, the Republican challenger, and David Singh, the Democratic challenger. Oh, look at this. Bill Rabin's doing pretty handily. It's not supposed to be a close race, I don't think, because it's mainly just it doesn't include Wilmington or suburbs at all. So that's usually going pretty Democratic, and it's about 42 of 62 precincts reporting. So that's going to be pretty much Republican, I think. Let's look at a very, very close one here. This is a rematch from 2 years ago. Harbor Pearson and Michael Lee are rematching the state senate ninth district of the state house. See, look at this. Michael Lee was the original state senator for this area for most of New York County, but he lost by like I think 30 votes last time around. And look at this right now. I think with 21 and 42 precincts reporting and 81%, I think, or I think like we're up to like I think this district is about 80 or so reporting in terms of the early vote. Look at this. Michael Lee has the edge over Harbor Pearson, the incumbent Democrat, by about 200 votes. This is a very, very close election. I would be shocked if this one goes to Michael Lee, because Harbor Pearson, even though he won by 200, he was doing very well. But this is a very one to watch. We're going to keep eyeing this one next time around. Let's look at our state senates. Wait, is there anything? No, okay. Let's look at our state house seats. So in this area, there's quite a few of them because there's more House members than Senate members in the North Carolina General Assembly. There's 50 Senate members and 120 state House members. So let's see. There's a few going on in this area. So the first one is mine, which is my district where I live in, which is the District 18, which is versus Deb Butler and Warren Kennedy. And right now it looks like, Warren Kennedy is doing right about just under 40%. Deb Butler, she's this mainly incorporates Northern New York County. I think some of them during downtown Wilmington as well. So pretty you would think it'd be evenly mixed, but I think there's more more downtown Wilmington encompassing it, so it's more Democratic votes historically. So right now, Deb Butler is leading with about 80%, I think, and 5 to 17 election day precincts reporting about 60 to 39%. So that looks like going in Jed Butler's favor. And let's look at let's look at another one. We'll look at find it. Here we go. Let's go up here a little bit higher. I think 2019. Let's see, where's area right around here. Another one. Charlie Miller is a Republican challenging Marsha Morgan from the 19th House of Representative District. Close there, Charlie. I think, yeah, Charlie Miller is. I think actually Marsha Morgan may be. Actually, no. I think Charlie Miller is Republican incumbent. Sorry, but he's doing pretty well. They're leading by about 15, not 15 points, by about well, yeah, 15 points. Yeah, about 15 points, and here and right around this area, about 62% of all votes, all precincts recording, and 60 about statewide, we're over 60%, and down here in Winter County, we're over 80%. So let's look at Ted Davis versus Adam Erickson. Ted Davis, Republican incumbent, he's leading by about 9 points right now ahead of Adam Erickson. He had close race in 2018. I think he was only like 1 or 2 points he won by, I think. But it looks like he's doing better now than he did in 2018. So those are local empty house races here. Now let's look at some cross-county local races right here. And I'm not going to go through all the ones right now. I'll go through some more really later. But this is the last one to look at. So right now, let's look at New Hanover County. Let's look at our county commissioner races. Then that'll be it for this hour. So right now, New Hanover County, let's look at for local races. For county commissioner, the top 3 vote getters are, so they're electing 3 new county commissioner members this year, since none, I think only one chose to run. But we're electing 3 new county commissioners, and the top 3 vote getters of all of this will be elected. So right now, Bill Rivenbark, a Republican, is winning. Jonathan Barkley Jr., a Democrat, he's winning. He's not currently the current board too. And so is Deb Hayes, she's winning as well. But it's very, very close. Look at this. They're all within 4,000 votes to each other. This is very, very close. Kyle Horton, Democrat. Leslie Cohen, Democrat. Skip Watkins, Republican, are not that far from the cutoff range for the top 3 vote getters get selected. So this would be definitely something to watch as you get into the more and more solid states. Definitely something to watch right now if we're looking at local races too. And let's look at real quickly. Let's look at board education. Same thing. Vote top 3 vote getters. You vote for 3. Stephanie Walker is leading. I'm not sure. Let's see. They're technically nonpartisan, but I think they're partisan. I think some of that. But Stephanie Walker's in the lead, and Hugh McManus is in the lead. I think he's a Democrat, I think, and so is Stephanie Crable. So Stephanie Walker and Stephanie Crable in the lead, and Hugh McManus is in the lead as well. Pete Wildeboer is a little bit off as well, but don't count out McGee or Meek. You never know what close they might get. They're all very, very close to each other, within a few 3 points to each other. So very, very close there. Definitely something to watch here as we're looking at our local races. So those are our local races here in Wilmington in the New Hanover County area. And that's where we stand right now this hour. Let's go back nationally. So let's ignore that. So nationally, let me go back here. So NBC has projected, let's see, has anything happened since we last left? Since he last left, South Carolina has been projected for Donald Trump. So he has just won the state of South Carolina, and it's 9 electoral votes. And yes, so he's won that. So right now, 72 Trump, 89 Biden. We're going to be keeping our eyes on North Carolina. It's getting very, very close now. Very close, within 2 percentage points there. Florida getting high. Trump's still leading, but he's getting very, very high percentage rates there. Ohio, very close there. We keep watching our eyes there. Michigan, Same thing there. Pennsylvania, Washington, same thing there. But lots of key races, lots of tons of key races to look on. So thank you for watching this segment. I'll see you guys again at 10 p.m. when we're gonna have one, two, three, four, we have four more states closing, which is Iowa battleground state, Nevada battleground state, as well as I think a little bit of all of Montana is going to be closing, as well as Utah's going to be closing too. So a very important sand race actually in Montana, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So I thank you all for watching this hour, and I'll see you all at 9.